Alright, today we're going to be looking at the things that you're going to need to know in order to do this lesson using this camera. Okay? So it's a lot of trial and error with these assignments, but I am going to show you the things that do change on the camera, but not when to change them, because that is going to be part of the trial and error. So the first thing, when you pick up a camera, okay, odds are the battery is going to be out of it. Okay, so the battery goes in just like this. Okay, the next thing is usually the SD card is missing, so the SD card fits in that slot right there. Boom. Okay, the next thing is if you see right there, it says norm. Okay, in order to change that, we want it to be on fine, so you click the quality button and then use the wheel mouse. You can see it's changing over to fine. So it's this wheel mouse right here. Alright, in order to turn on the interface, you can hit LV. And in order to get the exposure bar, which is one of the #1 things that you'll need to know for this lesson, or play with at least, you'll hit Info, and there's the exposure bar. 0 is perfect exposure, plus is too much, minus is too little, but there is your way to see that bar. You can also see that there is no SD card in here because that little button is lit up. Okay, next you're going to need to know how to change this right here, this bottom collar. So you press this button down, okay, and then with your other finger you can rotate it just like that. So when you're on a tripod, it's really handy to have it in timed mode so you don't bump the tripod. If you are shooting action, the CL or CH works quite well. And if you are just shooting portrait, the S works quite well. Good. This needs to be in manual mode for this assignment. The 3 things that you're going to constantly be changing are the shutter speed, which is this wheel mouse on the back. The front one is your aperture. And then lastly, the ISO is handled by clicking the ISO button and then wheel mousing this. You can also see that all those settings are located in the view. And I can change them very quickly just with those 3 buttons. All right. In the front, we have this autofocus and manual. You want it in autofocus mode, but if you want, there's the way to change it. If AF is on, these work, automatic manual. So if you want full automatic, it has to be A and then AF. That's autofocus. And if you want manual, you can just go like that. This one supersedes this one. So make sure that's in AF, because if it's not, if it's in M, this thing doesn't work at all. All right, 101 lesson, lens goes out just like that. Okay, lens comes off. If you click this button right here, and then rotate the bottom part. Okay, so you can hear a click. Did you hear that click? Okay, when you hear that click, you can then rotate and then pull it off. If you match up the two white dots like that, you can rotate again while holding this button. So hold it and keep holding it. Boom. Okay. So that's it. Let's see, one other thing I think I'll show you is if you need to format the SD card. That's if you go into menu and you go to the wrench and then you go up to format SD card and you press OK. Just in case you want to wipe everything out. But those are the only things I'm going to be telling you for this assignment. I'll give you a reference to kind of show you what the things do, but it's going to be a lot of trial and error to get the pictures that I want. I hope you enjoyed.